Wondering, is there anything that you can advise me to do, especially concentrating more on my prayers, make your remembrance of
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. دستور مدارس. You have a question? You have a question, and your problem is what? Concentrating? First, for you, you have to cut your hair. Okay? Because all of that is no good. Tying your hair like that, it's no good. It's no good for women's. For men's, 10 times no good. It ties up your brains. And when you make a ghusl, it's not clean. Because water is not going in. It's not clean. And so many other ones, shaitans, they're circling around. When something is not clean, especially part of the body, shaitans are circling around and making you to feel very how you say? Dull. Right? You feel dull. So you want to feel sharp, not dull. You want to be awake, not sleeping. So first, for yourself, certain things you have to change. Change not according to the fashion. Change according to what Allah and His Prophet wants. There is a fashion. Fashion means it comes and goes. Sunnat of the Prophet ﷺ, if you keep it properly, then it's going to give you success in dunya and akhirat. First you believe, then you have to practice. You have to put it in your life. Only then that religion, that belief, it becomes real. It becomes something that is not fake. It becomes something that is a part of your life. You are not making separation between your belief and your life. We are saying we are murids, or mu'mins. That means priority is Allah. Priority is the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Priority are those guides that brings us to Allah and His Prophet, our sheikhs. That is priority. That means you have to look and you have to study them. Because they looked and they studied their sheikh. And their sheikh looked and studied their sheikh, continuing to the time of the Prophet ﷺ. And when they study, they take what is there to put it in their lives. And they are only looking to please that one, their guide in front of them, not anyone else. Not their father, mother, sons, daughters, husbands, wives, president, porter, no. They're only looking that one to please. If you please that one, the whole dunya and akhirat will be pleased with you. Who is not going to be happy with you? Shaitan and shaitanic people. That's it. Why you want shaitan and shaitanic people to be pleased with you? So leave them. You have to come to a choice. They're so easy. I love all these philosophy they like to put everywhere. There's no philosophy in Islam. Life is about choices, you see. Really? As a believer, as a spiritual person, you're saying, do we really have a choice? Do we? No, you have. Of course you have choices. You're a human, you have choices. Is it? A believer is completely separate. Someone else, something else. Let me bring it down one more level of understanding. Not down, but I'm saying down because so many people will not like this. But I'm going to put it out there, especially American types. Does a servant have choices? We're not going to use the word slave, because slave completely they don't like. And Allah does not like slaves anyway. He loves servants. Does a servant have choice? No. The servant's reason is to please the master, nothing else. There's no choice in that. Aren't we here to become the servants of Allah? And as believers, we think we have a choice. It's not a choice between haq and batil, as if we're given a choice. Whatever you choose is okay. They're both equal. You're given a choice between haq and batil. As a believer, is there a choice? Is there an alternative to haq? No, there's only haq. You may go to batil, but it doesn't make batil to be equal to haq, to be the same. So it's not about innocent choices. As a servant, you have no choice. They say, no, we don't like servants because our ego is so high. We are free people. Free? We are prisoner between two breaths. That is how free we are. Free? Prophet saying, for the believer, the world is a prison. For the unbeliever, the world is a paradise. Then look to see, what are you trying to make this world into? Paradise. But people who want to argue back and forth, then you have not understood nothing. Nothing. You have not understood. Why? Because spirituality, servanthood, they want to use. They like the word love. Lover. Love. Love? Forget about love. Love, you completely don't exist. When it comes to love, you don't exist. The object of your love is the only thing that exists. La ilaha illallah. Not I love you. It's only you. That's it. But the servant, we are here to be a servant, isn't it? The aim is to be a servant. The name that Holy Prophet ﷺ loves most is Abdullah. Our Shaykh is teaching us how to be servants. We're not here to get titles for ourselves, to call ourselves saints or this or that, special people. But how are you going to learn servanthood? Through a book? You cannot. You have to have a master to be a servant. Simple, isn't it? You want to be a servant? You have to find a master. How you can be a servant without a master? If you're a servant without a master, you become a ronin. You know what a ronin is? A renegade. Like a disobedient one that has no master, and you just go around destroying things. You know, ronin is a samurai. Samurai that has no master. So now he has all these skills, everything. He's just going around. Whoever hires him, he's going to go. You have no objective. You have no honor. So to be a servant, you have to find a master. That's all. Once, who is it? Ibrahim ibn Adam? One king-size wali, Ibrahim ibn Adam. We're asking him to bless our association, to bless Sultan al-Awliya and our Shaykh, and to be with us, inshallah, for his support. Ibrahim ibn Adam. So many people, they're slandering him also. So many people, they're saying he is a king who made all sorts of wrong things. There's no wrong thing that he didn't do. No, he was a righteous king. He was a righteous king. But he left all of that to pursue Allah. He left all of it. Once Ibrahim ibn Adham, after he has found Allah, after he has left everything, he had a servant. And he asked his servant, come. The servant comes. And he said to his servant, what is your name? And that servant said, whatever you call me, that is my name. Says, where do you live? He says, wherever you put me, that is where I live. What do you eat? Whatever you feed me, that's what I will eat. What do you wear? Whatever you clothe me, that is what I'm going to wear. And said, what is it that you desire? What is it that you want as a servant? That servant says, what has a servant has to do with a desire? A servant has nothing to do with a desire. Ibrahim ibn Adam heard that. He started crying and he fainted. And he says, Ya Rabbi, this one is your servant, not me. I have not reached to that level of servanthood. Now, just this idea is going to be so hateful to people. So many, we're not talking about non-Muslims. Maybe so many non-Muslims, they understand this because they're not here to argue. They're here trying to look and they understand. But so many Muslims, Wahhabi kind, or Ahli Sunnah, but they have Wahhabi ideas, or Tariqat, but they haven't left those kind of Wahhabi ideas, or secular ideas, or Western ideas, or wrong ideas. They are going to be so opposed to this. They're going to hate this. They say, you see, he's teaching people how to follow a cult, how to be brainwashed, how not to have a mind, how not to have anything, but just to follow like a robot. So many Muslims are going to say that. We know that part. MashaAllah. So much faith you have. You're going to say that way too. Those ones who are saying that, who are claiming that, if the Sahaba-i-Kiram were here, they're going to say that to the Sahabis. They say, what are you doing? You're being brainwashed by him, by the Prophet. Don't you have a mind? You left your family? Don't you have a mind? You left your world? Don't you have a mind? You're following him like a master? Don't you have a mind? When he speaks, you just sit still and you don't even move. Don't you have a mind? Aren't you a man? You say to him, may my life be sacrificed for you. What kind of cult you're following? Same Muslims who are opposed to what I've just said will also say that to the Sahaba-i-Kiram. So now, where are we with servanthood as an ummah? Some, they found masters, but they have problems with the master. Some, they're following their master for years, for decades, but they're always keeping in sight because they say, no, this one is not perfect. It doesn't fit. That one is doing everything according to Shariat, but he's saying, no, it doesn't fit. And the rebelliousness always is there. One day it's going to come up, and one day you see, they say, goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye. And they left. It has happened. Some, they have found a master, but they say, it's only me and my Shaykh, no one else. Isn't that a big disease now in Tariqat? Only me and my Shaykh, no one else can tell me what to do. Don't anyone dare tell me what to do. Only Shaykh can tell me what to do. They are not leaving their ego outside and to come, especially in Dergah situation, not to have a tongue, not to have eyes, not to have ears, not to have hands. It's supposed to be like that. To know you enter into holy territory, you must be like a dead person. Not to the Shaykh, so easy to say. The Shaykh is not testing you, but he may test you through other murids. You come in, you see, especially those who are coming new, to observe properly. Not always to say, why is this like this, why is it like that, why is it like this, why is it like that, every time, why? But no, you're going to sit, you say, no, I'm not going to judge. That's the time you're not going to judge, especially if you're there to learn. Because you don't have proper eyes to see, you don't have proper tongue to speak, you don't have proper ears to hear. You're just going to see things are happening, and you're going to find reasons, even if it is wrong, to say it is correct. And you're going to find wisdom in those things. Awliya Allah, they are watching. And even if wrong people are putting pressure on you, they see you're not fighting, you're following. You say, Awliya Allah, as you like. Not only to the Shaykh, but to the people around. And trying to understand in the wisdom. Even if that one is wrong, which is not happening here in our association. And if that one is correct, Allah is watching. You're going to make progress very quickly, very easily. You're going to make a connection to your Shaykh. And you start serving properly. You start making good connections to people around you. You're going to be someone that everyone loves to be around. Because you're not complaining, you're smiling. Even when you see something wrong, you say, eh. People shouting at you, saying something to you, you say, eh. Yeah. There are some people here, because they're always smiling, they never fight back. But, so how are you going to be a servant now? You only say, it's just me and my Shaykh, no one else. But that one, a general, he may have so many people under him, they all have different ranks. May tell you something. It doesn't make sense to you. Sit down and understand. Find reasons. That time you're going to make progress. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long uphill struggle, and one day you're going to find your faith is done. Your faith is finished. Because all you're doing is, why is this like this? Why is it like that? Why this person is doing? Why this person? I don't understand. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Everything you see is wrong. You're coming and say, this is wrong. This person is saying this. And you're so filled with that, Shaitan says, this is very good. This is fertile ground. This person hates it. No, I like the zikr. Yeah, of course you like the zikr, because nobody's telling you what to do at the zikr. But I'm telling you what to do at the zikr too. Very soon you're going to say, I don't like the way that he's doing too. Why he's always there? He's always scolding us. Scold? We are waking people up. You want to sleep? Sleep. Don't you see? I send people off to go to sleep if they want. But if you're here to wake up, to become a servant, not to waste your time, not to waste your faith, you're going to take it, you're going to swallow it. You're going to learn. You're going to sit. You're going to be very nice to people. You're going to be very pleasant. Someone is doing wrong, you say, it's okay. Someone is saying something weird, you say, must be something in there. Someone telling you something, you say, hey, Allah, okay, it's all right. That is when you are stepping on your ego. That is when you are waging war against yourself. That is when you are making the Jihadul Akbar. Otherwise, so easy. You're going to find fault with everything. And the Dergah is not set up to be paradise. The Dergah, it is set up to train people. Training comes from so many different ways. If you have that intelligence, which so many of you have, but you leave it when you enter to the Dergah, instead of having the intelligence to say, aha, this is happening, I don't like it. Maybe Shaykh is testing me. Definitely, everything that happens in the Dergah is a Shaykh that's moving people around, isn't it? So I'm not going to complain. I'm not even going to think wrong. Let me just say that, okay, this is right, to go along with it. You're going to gain a lot. Believe me. Trust me. Trust me. We've experienced that before. If it is wrong, way to do things, I'm not going to tell you that. And if I tell you that, I'm going to be punished very heavily. I'm not telling you something that is wrong. I'm telling you something that is right, that Shaykh Effendi has said, and I've experienced it. Once you pass through that station, then it's easy. You may even be, that time, be given authority to do certain things and to tell people to do certain things. That time you don't want anything because you just want to sit back. But they say, no, 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 no. You don't enter to tariqat to relax and to sit back. Now you're going to be in front and you're going to learn to do something. It's difficult. Why you enter to tariqat? So easy, people saying Sufism is Jihadul Akbar, the biggest war, struggle against the ego. But when something touches them, they say, no, 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 no. This is not Sufism. Love. Let's stop there, because we haven't come close to that yet. So, inshallah Rahman, may Allah not put us through difficulties, but may we wake up to become alert and intelligent and to have good faith, to be light, not to be a burden to people, to do our work properly, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Any questions we have? Say.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What is the best zikr to do to be close to Allah and become a friend of Allah? Also, what is the best way to get love for Allah and His beloved Prophet ﷺ in our hearts?
It's not a zikr that makes you to be a friend of Allah. It's not zikr. If it is zikr that makes you to be a friend of Allah, then every animal out there is a wali. Because every animal is making zikr of Allah. And the animal that makes the lowest number of zikr is the donkey that says Allah 30,000 times. Who says 30,000 times Allah? I'm challenging you. So we are worse than donkeys. But if making the zikr, you can become a friend of Allah, then the donkey is a wali. There's a big secret to that too. That's why Nasruddin Hoja, he loves his donkey, isn't it? And so many lessons is from his donkey to teach us. To have love for Allah and His Prophet in our heart. How do you fall in love with someone? I should tell you something. How do you fall in love with someone? If you want to love something, you love someone. How do you fall in love? And what are the signs of that love? Maybe you don't know how to fall in love, but you know the signs of love, isn't it? If you love someone, you're always going to be thinking about that one. Isn't it? You wake up, you think. In fact, you cannot go to sleep too much because you're always thinking. And if you get that one that you love, your main thing is to always be with that one. Isn't it? Not to be away from that one. Even if you're not doing anything, you just want to be with that one. And everything that you're doing, you want that one to be happy with you. Isn't it? These are the signs of love. You're very careful now with that one. You're very careful. You're always looking at that one to see, how are you? Are you okay? Are you sad? Why are you sad? Are you happy? Oh, that's nice. Everything, you are very careful. You don't just leave it like that. Are we doing that to Allah? Are we doing that to our Prophet ﷺ? We're not. So first, try to get the signs, and then maybe the love will enter into your heart. But how are you going to fall in love now to Allah and His Prophet? If Prophet ﷺ, where is he? Where is Prophet? Prophet is here? Yes. Prophet is Hazir and Nazir. Prophet ﷺ, he is omnipresent. And he is always giving us a warning. So many people are going to get very upset with me because I use the word omnipresent now. They're saying omnipresent is only Allah. Only Allah is everywhere. They're saying Prophet is everywhere too. Yes. Say, how can it be? Only Allah is everywhere. I say, no, Prophet is also everywhere. They say, how can it be? We say, Prophet is everywhere. We're just going to keep repeating, Prophet is everywhere. How can it be? We're saying, does Allah speak? Of course Allah speaks. You're going to say, hey, I speak too. Is it possible? I'm doing something, a description of the action that Allah is also doing, or we're doing something that Allah is doing. Is it possible? Of course it is, right? Allah speaks, doesn't He? And we speak. These are some of the qualities that we have. Is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. Allah speaks and we speak. Is it the same? Of course it is not. Even an idiot knows it's not the same. So if Allah is everywhere and Prophet is everywhere, only idiots think that it is the same, because we are saying it is different. Allah is everywhere differently, Prophet is everywhere differently. That's all. So, Prophet ﷺ is Hazir and Nazir. But if our heart is blocked, which it is, if we are so pulled into this world, then we cannot feel the presence of the Prophet. How are you going to fall in love with someone when you don't experience his presence? And he has said, I leave you my inheritors. These are the murshids, the shaykhs, the alims. And we come to them. We start loving them. Then that time, that love, they will take it, they will reflect it to the Prophet. Prophet ﷺ will take that love and he will reflect it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's it. Say what you want. Say, no, my love is only for Allah. Then go ahead, love Allah. Like these foolish, out of Islam, Quraniyun people. Saying, no, I only believe in Quran. Word of Allah. I don't believe in Hadith. Hadith is still the words of a man. We say, really? You believe in Quran? Yes, only Quran, no Hadith. And Quran is the word of Allah? Yes. We're saying, how do you know Quran is the word of Allah? Because it is. Everyone knows that. They're saying. Why? Why what? Why you believe that? You hear Allah from the sky speaking these words? Say, of course not. So how the words of Quran came? Through Allah's mouth? Yes, through Allah's mouth. Really? So Allah speak. And somebody wrote it? Now they know where I'm going to. They get caught. Because the Quran came from the mouth of the Prophet, isn't it? Alayhi salatu wasalam. Not through the mouth of Jibreel alayhi salam too. Jibreel alayhi salam from his mouth is only to the Prophet, not to anyone else. And we won't get into that, what kind of communication that is. But Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, to all of mankind, it is through his mouth. It is through the mouth of a man. If you don't believe in the words of a man, then don't believe in the Quran, because the Quran came from the mouth of a man. The words are from Allah, but it came from the mouth of the Holy Prophet, his blessed mouth. from his blessed tongue. So you don't believe in Prophet? Then throw out the Quran too. You can go to hell then. So, now we come again. Intelligence. You're not intelligent, you won't be able to understand this. You're blind, you're deaf, you're dumb, you're stubborn, you're arrogant. Then you're not going to go nowhere with nothing. And we're not going to sit here to argue with you too. These are for those ones who understand something and they want to understand more. These words are for them. Yes, that's the time when you love your Shaykh, you will have the love of the Prophet in your heart, and you have the love of Allah in your heart. Because Islam is always a chain. Islam is always tawassul. Islam is always a protocol. Allah is not bringing the message and the knowledge without the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ is a witness to his nation, witness to everything from the beginning and to the end. So, wake up. You want to have the love of Allah in your heart. Have the love of an awliya Allah. Be with them, submit to them, love them. That time you have the love of Allah in your heart. That time you are going to remember Allah without a zikr that you are going to read somewhere, somehow, that someone is going to give you. You're going to have your own zikr of Allah. You are going to have your own remembrance. You're going to have, you're not just going to say Allah, 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 Allah. It's not a word that is you're going to say. It's going to become a reality. It's going to become a feeling. It's going to become a reality. It's going to become an action. That what is in your heart, you're going to show now. Whatever is in your heart, you're going to show. May Allah forgive us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, give the tea. We have tea? Okay, tell them to bring it. Yes, say. Very good. You guys
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How do I keep my heart open?
How do you keep your heart open? Why you want your heart to be open? No, really. Why you want to have your heart open? Open for what? Open to who? I'm not being funny. I'm not being facetious. Because some people, they want their heart to be open because they want to see unusual things. They want to feel unusual things. They want to be a saint. No. Why you want to keep your heart open? For who? If you want to keep your heart open for Allah, that's a different story. If you want to keep your heart open so that you are a servant to Allah, then that's a different story. Snooze, you lose, my bro. What can I do? That one is because he does zikr. I'm watching him. That's why he's very sharp. I tried to distract, he still saw it. Yeah. So, say you want to keep your heart open. Open to who? First, keep your heart open to a friend of Allah. Keep your heart open to a friend of Allah. Meaning, your Shaykh. And that's it. That's enough. That's enough. What else you want? You keep your heart open to your Shaykh, to awliya Allah. You're going to keep your heart open to the Prophet and Allah. As is necessary, they're going to. But you know, having your heart open is not just a wish. Even if it is granted to you, it is not an easy thing. You know, our heart is hidden, right? Physically. Is it easy to cut open your heart? No. If you keep your heart open that time, spiritually, meaning if you keep your heart open, it comes with so much pain. and responsibility. And that time you have to be more awake and aware so that the wrong things don't come into your heart. Maybe that one whose heart is not open is not going to be so responsible. But once your heart is open, then you have to use it, you have to be responsible, you have to start work now, you have to start service, Hizmat. Yeah, sleeping, you guys. Yeah, take this. Yeah. Don't talk so much. Okay. So, first be awake. Be awake when you're making zikr. Be awake when you're listening to Sohbet. Watch your Shaykh. Run to do things. When the man becomes a servant, he's running always to serve, he's never sleeping, he's always awake. He's in an awakening station. That time your heart may open. If your eyes are first not open, your ears are not open, and you are not running to do things, meaning you're lazy and you're stubborn and you are sleepy, never your heart is going to be open. They're not going to open your heart too. Because if your heart is open that time and you're not ready for it, Shaitan will fool you. Not only you will lose your faith, you'll cause so many other people to lose their faith too. That's how it is. So, find a Shaykh. You have to be in training under that one. You have to serve. You have to be awake. He has to knock you wall to wall. He has to make you understand. You're listening to your heart. You think you're listening to your heart. So many people saying, I hear this. This is coming to me. That is coming to me. But we're looking, the heart is filled with static. It's not tuned to any radio station. Like a radio station, it's not tuned to anything. It's just static. Noise. Then once in a while, they hear a voice and they say, oh, there's Allah. There is angel. There is prophet. There is saint. But we say most of the time it's static. It's filled with so many nonsense. And to get rid of that static, a Shaykh has to work on you for years. But it's going to hurt you a little bit. It's going to hurt your ego. That's the time when most people say, no, I don't want this. What is this? What kind of tariqah is this? They're going to say that. But your heart is filled with static. And once they start cleaning it, and they start giving you the stations, how to tune into it, easily it will come. That's just the first step too. It's not that, oh, now I can tune in, then I'm okay. No, that time they're saying something to you, and you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're in big trouble. They may put more veils on you, and they may cripple you. Cripple your faith. So, everything comes with a responsibility also. We have to wake up. Inshallah. As you like. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.